Now everyone wanna say I changed, cause we're not on the same page. Tired of cleaning up all the mess you made. If you ain't talking money, then I can't relate. Now everyone wanna say I changed, cause we're not on the same page. Tired of cleaning up all the mess you made. If you ain't talking money, then I can't relate.
Hey y'all, hey, it's just me by myself today. Chelly Chelle, aka Chef Chelly. I have some pho here. It's a Vietnamese dish that I really love. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be eating this. And I want to just be talking about like trying to cope with losing a loved one that you just like never ever thought in a million years that you would lose. I guess everybody thinks that way. You know, that you just don't be expecting for people to pass away. It's like you can never prepare yourself for people passing away. So, yep, that's what this episode is going to be about. And yes, Mr. Carter is not here. He's at work. I'm home today. So, yep. I have a shrimp pho that I'm going to eat. But, well, I guess I could just get right into it, the video. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time today. But, yeah, I lost my mom January the 17th, 2022. She died from a brain aneurysm, which it was, like, really, it wasn't, like, expected at all. I'm making a mess. My mom was like a really fun person to be around. Everybody knew her. Everybody, you even loved, well, you loved her sometimes. Sometimes she might have got on your nerves or whatever. So, cause she was something. But other than that, like, you know, we grew up in Southeast Washington, D.C. So, of course, it was like poverty and stuff like that. But she did the best that she can do to raise me and my brother. I have 2 other siblings, but my sister was raised by her dad. And my mom raised us, and we also had a couple of family members that helped raise us as well. But I mean, like, you know, growing up was just like really fun, like house parties. And I'm not gonna lie, like my mother was like the type of mother that like everybody was like, you got the cool mom, you got the cool mom. Cause she just used to really just let us kind of like do what we want sometimes. But then sometimes she'll try to come back and like, you know, with the motherly stuff. I used to be like, Mom, you just let me do this yesterday, so now you tripping. But no, y'all, like, to know her was to love her. Her name was Erica. You know, people called her Big E, or, you know, we refer to her as that. This stuff is so hot, y'all, but it's so good. And yeah, and it was just like really hard, because like I said, it was just like so unexpected. Like when she passed away, like I never forget, like my brother called me, and me and my brother really wasn't on good terms. I mean, I can really speak about it now. It is what it is. I love my brother to death. We are currently, you know, in the best place, you know, right now. But we wasn't like on good terms, and for whatever reason, so I hadn't really talked to him like that. But he called me and was like, you know, and I had spoken to my mother that day and everything. Like, I sent her money for cigarettes. Like, everything was just, like, seemed like it was okay. Like, I never would have expected to get that phone call that night the way that I did. Like, I could never, like, foreseen that. I was already still dealing with the death of my Aunt Spunky. She was another one that raised me. So, I just wasn't expecting that. Like, I was going through the motions with that, still grieving that loss. Then my uncle had passed away. Shorty Tim, y'all might know him. He's like a go-go legend. Played for like EU Sugar Bear, Northeast Groovers, all these different people. he had just passed away like 2 weeks before my mom passed away. So that was like a lot. Like the same day I had to go view my mom at the funeral home was the same day of the funeral of my uncles. And a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, so that was that. And then yeah, so my brother called me and he's like, you know, she went out there to shovel like snow, you know, off her car because it had just started snowing that night, and she was doing something with her car. And you know, he was expecting for her to come back in the house. She had just cooked. She had just made fish, you know, for them. She was in a really good mood. I mean, she was okay. And so I'm like, what? So he's like, yeah, mom, a neighbor had came and got him, said that she was like passed out on the side of her car. So I'm like, well, you know, I don't know. I was like, well, we was thinking maybe anxiety attack or panic attack or whatever. Like, we didn't know. Like, we just really didn't know. So when the ambulance, my brother called the ambulance, they had took her. So he ended up getting a lift to, well, no, that's no. So they took her. So then they didn't know what hospital they was going to take her to because she was still like breathing and stuff. So it wasn't like, you know, that we didn't know it was a brain aneurysm. We didn't know anything. So then my brother, we was calling around trying to find her. Like, that was so stressful, like calling around trying to find a goddamn hospital she was in because she didn't have her ID on her, so they just listed her as a Jane Doe. That was so, oh, I forgot my lemon. That was just like, that was something. Oh, I forgot my voice. I'm sorry, y'all. That was something. So then we finally found, you know, what hospital she was at. My brother gets a lift to the hospital. I guess it wasn't snowing as bad as it was where I was, so I couldn't make it to the hospital. And so after that happened, he was there. He FaceTimed me or whatever, and I seen her and stuff. No, that ain't what happened. We found the hospital. And then I talked to the emergency room doctor at the time, and that's when they was like, you know, your mom came in, you know, her heart was still beating and stuff, but her pupils had dilated already. I mean, like her eyes was open. It was like no brain activity when they was shining the light, and they was gonna go and do like a scan or something to see what was going on, and that's how they found out that it was like something had ruptured in her brain. So. Ooh, that's actually made it too spicy. So, I was just like, what the hell? And we just really didn't understand. Then, my brother was there, and my brother had got to see her and stuff. And we was on FaceTime. Hold on, I need a second. Okay, so you know, we was just like, what the hell? So they was like, it was nothing else that they can do for her and all of this stuff. So I just couldn't believe it. And then like I had a couple of people that said she didn't want to have a funeral. We had talked that the day that she had actually collapsed from the brain aneurysm, we had a conversation that day about her passing away and what she wanted. So I guess that was just God letting me know at that time that something was gonna happen. So that happened. And then we just went to plan, and like I had never, I helped plan my Aunt Spunky's funeral, but I wasn't in charge of anything. But with my mom, me being the oldest child, I was in charge of everything. And me and my sister wasn't getting along at that time. But I called her. She didn't answer the phone. And I texted her and was like, well, your mom is on her deathbed, so this is the hospital that she's in if you want to, you know, see her. She finally called back. And she was able to see her because I had to make the decision whether to keep her on the machine or not, which I feel really bad for. But, you know, you don't know what stage that they're in when they're just like there and they saying that their brain dead and all this stuff. So I didn't even really want her suffering. And I felt like if she was on the machine, you know, I mean, if the machine was unplugged, however long she was going to live was going to be what she was going to live, which it wasn't nothing but like 20 minutes after. So just imagine keeping a person on the machine for 3 to 6 months because you don't want to let that person go. And, you know, and you don't just know what mind frame that they in. Could they hear you? Just all of that stuff. I really didn't want to go to the hospital. I really didn't want to see her like that. I had to be pushed. I just really didn't want to. I didn't want to do it. My brother, he pushed me. My husband pushed me. It was a lot. So anyway, got the funeral arrangements together. She was cremated because that's what she wanted. But we did have like a little service after. And, you know, that was that. But I really do like, you know, like a father, like my father passed away when I was really young. So I can't relate to, you know, having a father. Now, some father figures, yeah, I can. Like I have really great uncles that's been in my life, and the dad that supposedly stepped up didn't step up. His family did. So whatever. He's nobody. He's not even gonna get no recognition on on this channel. So anyway, it was a lot. I felt alone. Sometimes I still do. My friends showed up for me. You know, people that I grew up with, like in around W Street and Southeast. Like they was very supportive. People was very supportive. But the most important thing that I feel with death when you lose people close is don't stop supporting that person. Like when they family or somebody close pass away, like I'm okay. It's just still try to, you know, check on them and, you know, be there for them if you can, you know, even if it's just a hey, how are you text, or hey, you want to grab a bite to eat, or you know, just try to be there for people, because you never know. And suicide and mental health stuff is real. So you just never know what a person going through. So I do appreciate the people that reached out. My husband, he was really there for me, like crying all times of the night, just busting out, just, I mean, you know, not understanding and things like that. But like I said, I can't relate to having like a dad. And I wish my dad was still alive. And I wish that I could have, you know, I met him, but I don't remember. Yep. And to the people that showed up to my mother's funeral that don't like me for real, I don't even know why the fuck they came. That was real weird. And they still acting weird to this day. It's so crazy. Like, I don't care who passed away. I'm sorry. I don't make it like this, but I don't care if you passed away. And I mean, you know, if it's for somebody that I don't deal with, and they people's passed away, I'm not gonna come. I don't deal with you. So like, Why would I just show up temporarily or momentarily for that time? And then you don't even... People are just weird and crazy. Seriously. This felt good as hell, though. I've been talking. But no. People so weird. Like... I still go through a lot. I think about my mom every day. She was crazy. When we were arguing, we don't get into stuff like, we'll be beefing like, but that was my mom. And you only get one. So to all the ones that's being disrespectful to your mothers and being disrespectful to your parents and stuff now, you know, yeah, okay. Know what you're doing. And the people that help you when they can and stuff, and you being nasty to them, you're going to be missing them when they're gone. Seriously. But other than that, it's Rose, baby. It's Typho 63 on Bladensburg Road, y'all. Torch. I'ma still have some for later, cause I can't even eat all of this, but it's so torch. Like, I don't know if y'all ever had pho, but it's so good. I be turning it up. I really do. But yeah, my girl, she would have been Thursday. She would have been over here. She would have been over here. It was something about Thursdays. Like, Thursday was like really our day. It was our day. She would have been over here. And probably, yeah, she would have been over here. Telling me her stories. Telling me about somebody, what they did. How people be faking. Talking about Will Live. Did I see Will Live? She loved Will Live. And my mother was young. And I know, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, why my mother? Like, I don't know if y'all have had someone, I mean, you know, because everybody is gonna pass away. Nobody's gonna be here forever. But like, don't you ever just think like, why my mother, or why my brother, or why my grandfather, or why this, or just no explanation, no understanding. And some things is just not meant for us to understand. I had to realize that, like, we will see them again. Like, you're going to see them again. Like, this is just a shell. Your soul, you're going to see them again. You're going to see them again. I know. I know I am. So, she loved crabs. Like, we love crabs. We'll get crabs together. She's one of the best cooks. She loved cooking. And that's why I started, like, my Aunt Spunky and my mom, they love cooking. And my mom was talking about, you know, she was tired of working for other people, doing this, doing that. And I initially started the sea soul and drinks for my mom. It was not for me. Her and I had already had a conversation about it. She was going to, you know, sell her dinners and different things like that. It was going to be ways for her to make money. But she passed, so I felt like I was obligated to do that and continue. Which I love it. I love cooking. Everybody know I have good hospitality. You come over here, you get you a good meal. My mom was like that too. Yep. And another thing too, I used to always feel like, you know, when you lose somebody young, like to say if I was like maybe 3 when I lost, if my mom had passed, like I probably wouldn't be as hurt as I am now because I had more time with her. But that's not always true, because you got to also think about, you're going to be like, if you lost your mom really young, the time that you're going to be like, dang, I wish she was here to see this. I wish she was here to see that. I wonder, you know, how was she? And, you know, excuse me, people can tell you how your loved one was, but it's nothing like actually knowing them for yourself and knowing the type of person that they are. Yeah, you hear stuff from other people, but it just still doesn't, it doesn't equal up to that. But then it's like when you do lose a person at a time when you had to like grow with them, it just feel like it's even more devastating. But I just feel like I said, you can't really, it's messed up either way. It's just messed up either way. It's messed up either way. Woo. It's messed up, but I'm thankful for the time that God did allow for her to be here. And baby, the water, that H2O, okay? That H2O. It's like, This is so good, y'all. This is so good. Yep. Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all up that long. Got my little me time, man. This is me time right here. Well, our time, because my views and stuff, you know, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to the people, you know. But yes, y'all, so I will catch y'all later. And thank you for watching.
A few moments later.
And my mother was like, I just love my mother. Like, it was not a, like, she was something like, for real, like, and she loved that car. Like, she loved her car. Like, that car was everything. Like, people used to be sitting on a car. She didn't care who you was. She'd be like, bitch, get the fuck off my motherfucking car. Man, curse you out bad. Curse you out bad, okay? Curse you out bad. Speak to you one day, next day don't. She was something. Loved her music, always blasting her music. You could hear her car like 3 blocks away. Love the bass, love 3 6 Mafia, Project Pat, all of them. UGK, Bun B, Pimp C, all of them. Loved RE, The Go-Go, all that. Like, I really miss her. I really do. But it's a lot. And then having the same birthday. My mother's birthday is September the 21st. And mine's is September the 20th. I was born a day before her. She had me when she was 15, turning 16 the next day. So now I have to celebrate birthdays. Like, how can I have to, it's just a lot. It's a lot.